Good morning, everyone. This is Iron Will Becker, and it is another beautiful day. As you can see from my attire, it's getting a little chilly out here on the East Coast. And I was listening this morning to the Momentum podcast by Alex Charfen, and he was talking about being curious over being angry. And in the course of the conversation, or in his morning, Gina, in the course of his podcast, he gave two examples of how this has helped him in his own personal marriage and then in someone else's marriage. And he shared also two other examples of how it has helped somebody in their own personal life. And it really got me thinking about my own marriage. And it got me reflecting on that when Laura and I got together, we were both in our 30s. We had been looking for the right person for some time. And we've both taken breaks from that search. And so when we came together and we realized we had feelings for each other, we took a very serious approach to it. I think much more serious than some of my younger friends have taken to theirs. And we agreed that we would work through whatever was going to happen, or whatever would happen in our marriage, and that we would be committed to each other and exercise that commitment on a regular basis. For example, one of the things that I try to do is understand and speak to her in her love language, which is not easy for me. Another thing I try to do is lift her burdens when it comes to, life with our children, taking care of our home, our chores and stuff. There are a few chores that are gender specific between the two of us, if you will. But most of the time, we each just take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. And the kind of my point is that I believe one of the reasons our relationship, our marriage is so strong is because we treat it like a contract. And a contract without a get out clause. In our discussions as we were preparing to get married, one of the things I said is that we don't joke about separation, we don't tease about separation, or girlfriends or boyfriends or things like that. And the D word, divorce, is never brought up in context of our marriage. Now, I could say those things all I want, but if she didn't agree to those and then add her own things as well, it's not a partnership. So, So, we don't. And we are oftentimes shocked when we find out a friend has or is going through that divorce process, and we feel a sense of loss and sadness for them. Now, I know there are things that, I don't want to get into all the different sides of things there. My point is this, is that if you take your relationship seriously, no matter what kind of a relationship it is, and you work on it seriously, you put the time into it needs, then it improves. Good morning, Shirley. No matter if it's siblings, or if it's parents, or spouse, child, the more serious you take the relationship, the more, Lynn, and the more you invest in it, the stronger it becomes. As long as the other person is equally invested. Thankfully, my wife and I take this commitment seriously. And we play games, we have fun with each other, but not when it comes to our marriage. To us, it's a sacred covenant, it's an honored thing, and it should be valued as one of the most, is our most treasured possession. I am hers and she is mine. And, we learn to accommodate each other, to put up with each other, to tease one another about some of our silly habits or not so silly habits. But we make it a beautiful relationship. Good morning, Lee. We make it beautiful by the work we put into it. And you, my friends, can do the same with your relationships. Just put the work in it. Doing great, Lee. Thanks. My friends, thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you make it a great day. I hope you make it a great week. Remember that our attitude determines our altitude. So, my friends, thanks again for spending time with me. If you get value from this video, please like and share it. Especially if you know someone that it could build them up and help them out. I will talk to you later. Thanks again for spending time with me. Bye-bye.